Okay, you guys. So I did a cup on Anthony Albanese, and it was a very good cup. And I did actually, honestly, I did 3 cups on him, and everything that showed was him running up and down, running up and down. I think it's because of the fires. And on my finally the third cup, it showed me more of like what he's thinking, what he's planning, where he's going. So I'm sorry it took me long to do this, but it was just because I couldn't get a good cup on him. And then the other cup I did was on Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch, you guys. And I think I'm going to do this cup first. So I'm going to do a cup and then I'm going to do a little tarot on him. And thank you guys. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for tuning into my channel and thank you for waiting. So let me get to the reading on Rupert Murdoch. It'll be very interesting and not what you expect, is what I meant to say. Okay, let's start with this cup on Rupert. You guys, he's going to put another person in the spotlight in one of the big cities. He's functioning between 2 cities, 2 big cities. And I know that one of them is New York. I'm not sure which is the other city. But he's putting forth more of his propaganda. And there are people in his family that are against this. Let's see if you can see here. You see this person with their heads down. I'm not sure you can see that person there with their heads down. And someone in between his, like someone that is in a home, someone that is between a protected area of his, so it's someone close to him. Actually, there's more people. This other lady here too. This is an elderly lady that's against what he's doing. And this lady's very, very sad. It's an older lady. And you guys, listen, I haven't seen a recent Rupert Murdoch video or news on him, but I think that this guy, he's like in his late 80s or 90s now. He's walking around with a home attendant or a nurse or like a caregiver. He might even be wearing diapers, you guys. I'm sorry to say that. He's at that stage in his life. And he's going to be, and I think he's still in New York here or in another big city. Oh, there goes the heater. Jesus. Sorry, you guys, the heater is on and it's freezing in here, so hopefully it won't be too much of a bother. Please understand. Okay, so here we go. So here he is in New York, and he's in some sort of hospitalized in a big building, and he's laying in bed. He's like, you know when you're laying in bed, but the bed kind of sits you up a little? That's the sort of situation here. And he's going to ask them to take him to that other country. And you guys, this might be Australia because he's originally from Australia. He might ask to be taken there. And they will take him to that other country. And he's laying down. I'm almost certain that it's Australia. And when he gets there, he'll be hospitalized. He'll be hospitalized again. And he's an even... I mean, he doesn't come out dead, but he comes out pretty sick in that hospital. And dependent on nurses. Someone that's with him all the time. It could be his wife or his daughters, granddaughters. Like women taking care of him there. And look at all this money that guy has. Holy cow. This is a multi-millionaire. Look at that money here. Look at that money here. It's incredible. Almost the whole cup is all money. There he is in that other country, and he's laying down here in New York, he's laying down here in Australia, and then eventually here he's on like, now this is not right away, but you guys look, he's like laying on bed, but he's kind of sitting upright a little bit. Then he asks to be taken to that other country, and he's laying here. See him laying down there? And he's got businesses and houses and building and people going back and forth with his newspaper. You see that, the like paper there, money paper? That's still his day-to-day life. That's gonna cut in between. Look, he's laying down here in New York, here in Australia, and then finally, he's to the point where he's in bed, you guys. He won't be able to go to work or anything like that. And that time is coming for him. Well, there'll be people taking care of his situation. And look at this person, so sad right here. But at the end of his life, you guys, this is what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to donate his money to all the problems that have been happening in Australia. I'm not saying all of it, but a big portion of his fortune is going to go to the country of Australia. And I think it might be for the wildlife as well, because I see this person here like in a helicopter. And people like doing due diligence up and down, one this way, one that way, one this way, flying all over the place. See these 3 different people, like they're running and doing diligence, going back and forth, flying in the air, on land. And then you have all these buildings down here. And again, I see soot and mud and all that down at the bottom of the cup. So somehow at the end of Rupert Murdoch's life, he's going to try to do something for the country of Australia, for the wildlife, and he's going to leave them money and people to do due diligence to make sure that the money gets to the proper channels. And I think it's to do with wildlife, because you see all this here. Here's a building, but then you have planes here and other territories, and then you have a person in a helicopter. Usually when I see a person in a helicopter around all these like small animals and planes, it's probably wildlife. Yeah, and that's what I see for Rupert Murdoch. Let me do a tarot and see what he's up to recently. Like I said, the cup it's what's going to be happening soon or later on. It's not what's happened already. So all this is to be. So I see him in laying in bed, bedridden here in New York. He's going to tell him to take him to Australia. And then when he gets to Australia, he's basically on his death throes here. So sad. Well, he's done a lot of evil in the world too. I mean, he hasn't killed anybody directly, but he spread a lot of terrible propaganda, and he's led off the wrong course many good people. He's tricked them. He's bamboozled them, and led them astray. I think he's got a guilty conscience, you guys. Hold on a second, let me see what's up with the tarot. Okay, so here's a tarot on Rupert Murdoch, and since he's a Pisces, he was born March 11th, 1939, I think. I picked the King of Cups, but I'm going to flip him upside down because he's been on the wrong path of compassion for a while. So let's keep him that way. Let's just do a little general reading on him. Now I feel bad for the guy. He's like in diapers. walking around with a nurse. Rupert Murdoch, general reading. Sacred Spirit, show us. Rupert Murdoch. And here I got my light, you guys. Here's my little candle. I got my light. Show us Rupert Murdoch, general reading on Rupert. What can we know about him? What can we know about him? Yeah! What is good for us to know about him? Whew. I'm low on energy. I had to go prepare dinner after my Maduro reading, and it's worn me out, you guys. Rupert Murdoch. What can we know about Rupert? Seriously, what can we know about Rupert? Page of coins. Page of coins. Okay. So he's thinking about the sciences and about writing and all that, newspapers. He's thinking about that, how it's reversed from what it's supposed to be and where the money's going. These are his obstacles, the Fool. I think he wants to take a different route now. He's ready to take a different route. It's never too late. It's never too late. Let's see, this crowns him. 6 of Wands. So he feels enemy at the gate. Now, it could even be sickness, you guys. He could be very ill. We don't know about it. That's what crowns him. This is what is his own, the Wheel of Fortune. Money, you guys, all that money. And a perverse amount of money. He's got almost $20 billion. That's how rich this guy is. He has almost $20 billion. Recent past, the Sun. He's had a great life, happiness, everything good. Okay, so he's led a very comfortable life. And what will come? 6 of Cups. He's looking back at his family, what he's done. So, you know, he has helped many people close to him. He has made their lives better. This is the 2 of Wands. Okay, bad propaganda. But look, and he's got the Earth in the back. He's got a lot to answer for, you guys. He's got a lot to answer for. The environment, 3 of Swords. He knows he's done wrong. He knows that that's not the proper thing to do. He's smart enough to know that he acquired everything he has via the wrong path. Hopes and fears, 7 of Coins. Okay, he nothing to fear. He's a very strong guy. He's reaping what he's sowing money-wise. And what will come? 9 of Coins. He's still going to be comfortable. Of course, we know that. But his conscience is weighing in on him, you guys. So now with this one, looking at the Earth, looking at the planet, and conscience, I'm going to say yes. And then the 7 of Coins, what he has, reaping what he sows. His garden, enjoying his riches, I'm going to say, and plus heartbroken in his home. I think he will. I think he will leave money. I think he will leave money for causes to do with the environment and the Earth, even though Fox News and all those other propaganda machines that he's fed, and he's like Frankenstein. He created monsters. He's going to try to somehow wash his hands, clean his conscience. It's not going to work. I mean, you know, he's done too much, but at least we'll get something out of him for the good of the planet and the animals. Yeah, I'm surprised at this reading. So yeah, that's my reading on Rupert Murdoch, you guys. Yeah, stay tuned. I will probably load it tomorrow, the day after, whenever YouTube allows me. The Anthony Albanese reading. Okay, you guys, thank you. Have a good evening. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being here. Blessings, love, hugs. Be well, you guys. Thank you. Bye.